Hey guys, Don Bruno here. Welcome back. Alright, so now we're going to get into what we're here for. Lease to own, rent to buy. Alright, so this is what it's all about. This is what we got you guys here for. This is what we're going to help you out along the way. Alright, this is where our expertise lies. This is where our leads lie. Alright, and most of these people are going to be coming off of Craigslist. Reason being so is depending on what level you are in the program. All right, so if you're at the standard level, if you're at our $250 a month course, you're going to be getting leads. You're going to be getting more leads than you could possibly even dream. It's going to be overwhelming at first. All right, when you first get it, it's going to be very exciting. You're going to be getting calls. We're going to be sending you Excel sheets filled with a lot of information on these people, because really the success, and this is in any business, right? The success is in the research. The more knowledge, the more you have, especially in your prospect. Anytime you cold call, make sure you know as much as you can on that person, all right? Find out their dog's name. Find out what kind of dog they have, if they have a dog. Because if you start making dog jokes and they're a cat person, that can go the sale right there. But lease to own, rent to buy. Why is this so special? Why are we doing a course on that and not wholesaling? Well, if you've seen the wholesaling video, you're probably like, all right, this guy doesn't have that much knowledge on the wholesales. All right, to get it in, we've been doing this about a year, and you're like, well, why should we even listen to somebody that's only been doing it that short a time? Well, you don't need to be an expert at real estate, right? You don't need to be an expert at anything to be able to be successful at it. You need to, and to be able to teach it. You need to be a few steps ahead of the person that you're trying to help. Especially in this case, the homeowner. A lot of you guys are not experts. You won't be experts if you put 110% of the effort in. Eventually you might be an expert one day, but you're going to have to come off like an expert, right? And that's one of the main reasons why, well, one, you're in this course, or you believe in this course, or, you like us, you get that know, like, and trust. We've done something in you. We've shown you something that you may want, or something that you believe we have. And it's because of this knowledge right here. It's because of this truth. You need to become the expert. How you do that is you be a few steps ahead. You find a system, you find a problem, and you solve that problem. All right, that's what we're doing. We're solving people's problems. But like, getting back on the expert. Why am I qualified to teach you this? Why am I qualified to show you something? Well, we're marketers. You're a marketer. I'm a marketer. Hunter. You guys don't see Hunter a lot. Hunter, he's just as involved in this, and he's the one that actually gives you a lot of your information. He sets up everything for you. He does a lot more behind the scenes stuff. Reason why he's not in these videos is because he's in Louisiana, I'm in New York, and this is how we kind of have it set up. We do deals in both states, and it's actually good. And one of the reasons, and we'll get into this, into partnering with somebody, is because you want that other, you want that other half of you around. And I would suggest partnering with somebody that you're not like. Me and Hunter, we are complete opposites, and it works out, and it's proven to make things very successful. If you got the idea guy, you got the all crazy energy, scattered brain genius. Did I just imply? You got the one that's, wants to experiment, wants to get creative, and then you got the one that keeps things in order. It's a perfect match. So we highly suggest partnering with somebody. You want to get that accountability partner. It is so essential. That was the key ingredient in what we had been able to build in a short time. All right, so why lease to own? Why rent to buy? All right, it is essentially the quickest, easiest, most realistic way that you're going to be able to get into real estate as an investor. And why? Because it's no money down, and you don't need to be an expert. You don't need a lot of knowledge in real estate to be able to do rent-to-own deals. What we're doing, we're putting together the buyers and the sellers. We're doing it in a way that is a win-win. It's actually a win-win-win because you're going to be winning as well. But how are we able to sell somebody else's property without having a real estate license, being a licensed realtor? And you're going to get some people that are going to say, no, that's not legal. You're not allowed to be doing this. Well, you put a big smile on, all right? And you tell them, have fun at your day job, all right? Because there are going to be negative people in there. They're going to tell you that this is not what it is. They're going to tell you you're breaking the law. And we're going to tell you, okay, get a lawyer. So you might even have a lawyer, you might even have some ignorant lawyers even tell you. And usually when they say that, it's because they have an interest in, it's affecting them some way. This is 150% legal. And the way it's legal is because, we put it on again, my squiggly line, contract. This lease agreement that's what puts this whole thing together. All right, so we're getting the buyers, we're getting the sellers. How we're doing that is we're looking for motivated sellers. And with lease agreement, you really don't even need motivated sellers. It will work with just about anyone. That's why it is so powerful. What you're going to want to do, so if you're not getting our leads, if you're just in the membership, if you're just in the group, you're in the support group, you're in the free group, then you're going to want to target the renters and the sellers. All right, you're going to want to do it on Craigslist. All right, Craigslist is a free platform. It's we suggest going to Craigslist just because they got so many leads there, and you're able to, you got the phone number for the most part. And it's really easy to find these type of sellers, all right? You can go for the renters, you can go for the sellers. How are you going to do it? You're going to approach them, you're going to give them a call, give them a text, give them an email, and you're going to say, hi, I seen your ad on Craigslist. Would you be interested in selling your property for rent to own? Then you're going to find out their response, all right? Whether they're a renter or a seller. If they're renting, if they're just want to rent their property, you're still going to ask them, would you consider selling your property for rent to own? Most of the time, for the most part, you're going to get a lot of tell me mores, a lot of I'm interested, I'm willing to whatever offer, if the offer is good enough, we'll take it. 1 in 3 people are going to be interested. Not to say that they're going to do it, but they're going to say, tell me more. You're either going to get a yes, no, go fuck yourself, or tell me more. I'm interested. What do you got? What kind of offer do you got? And, that is when you go into your pitch. We're going to get into the pitch in another video. But for the most part, we're trying to create a win-win. We're trying to create a win-win-win because we want to win too. All right, but what we're doing is we're approaching sellers. All right, whether they're selling or renting, we're asking them, would they be interested in selling their home for rent to own? Now, what we can offer them is a few things. We're able to get them full market value on their property, which is what they want. They don't want to spend, they don't want to pay realtor fees. All right, so we're saving them that stress, and we're marketing the property, and we're getting tenants in that home very quickly. And not only are we getting tenants, but we're getting a better class of tenants because these are people that are going to own the home. They intend on buying the home. They're going to be better tenants. They're going to probably fix up the house, and these are people working. They're striving for something, so they're going to be, an easier case to deal with. All right, and on the buyer's side, same thing. They want the house. They want to become homeowners. They may not have. They may have bad credit. They may not be able to get a loan from the bank. All right. So what they're doing is they're paying a lease option fee, to be able to hold and reserve that home for when they are able to actually purchase it. and then they will go into, then there will be a closing and the sale will take place in the future. They're locking down that price now for, say, 2 or 3 years from now. So they're paying you. You're getting paid on the buyer's side. So we're getting the lease agreement from the seller, and then we're selling that to the buyer. And it can get confusing, it can get overwhelming, but that piece of paper, that contract, is what makes everything work. Without that contract, we do not have a deal. Nothing happens until you get the contract. So make sure you get it signed. Without it, it's not legal without it. Do not market the property without it. Make sure, and when you're talking to these sellers, let them know. Let them understand. There's no obligation. They're not bound to this. If they come across another seller, they're not locked into nothing. It is simply gives us the right to market it. It gives us a principal interest, and that piece of paper is how we get paid. So another thing, you don't want to have your buyers and your sellers meet. These, this is a situation where people can, you can get your sellers stolen from you. If they talk with the homeowner, they can just set up an agreement on the side. So make sure you keep them separated until the contracts are signed, until you come up with a deal and the paperwork is signed. Then you can show them the house. Then you can, if they need to see the house, a lot of the people you're dealing with, these are going to be vacant homes. All right, the houses are going to be sitting there, and that's another thing. When you get into the pitch, you're dealing with people that are trying to sell their home for sale by owners. These houses are going to be staying on the market. They're not going to be going anytime quick because they think they know what they're doing, but they don't. Just like they don't know if what their house is really worth. So when you're doing this, we're connecting the buyers. Keep them separated until you have the deals signed in paper. But that is basically the gist of the lease to own method. So again, don't go off. Don't be trying to put together all different types of deals. I still have the same problem. I'll be on the phone with the buyer and try to make any kind of deal work. Stick to the script. Stick to the method. Get a few deals under your belt, and then once you lock down this, once you master this, then go off and try to do other deals. Go off, try to do wholesaling. Right now, this is what you want to focus on, and this is what's going to bring in the cash flow. All right, you could be doing 2 to 3 deals a month, bringing in an extra $8,000, an extra $5,000. All right, you're going to be getting 10% of the home that you sell. Well, whatever the market value is, that's what you're going to be putting down in your lease agreement. For the most part, it's going to usually be around $5,000. Sometimes you'll get 3. Sometimes you might get 7, 10, depending on the home. But it's usually around that area. So there's no reason. This is a huge opportunity. All right. So really, I would gear towards perfecting your pitch. All right. And then once you've already got the house under contract, then you're going to get into the marketing aspect. And that's simple internet marketing basics. We're going to get into that in a future video. But for now, let's focus. Let's make some money. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video.